So this was a request from my Discord server. If you would like to request videos for me to watch on the Discord server, you can join the Discord server using the QR code that Dubsy likes to put on the screen. Or if you are in chat right now, or you can't take a picture of the QR code, you can always find the link to the Discord server in the chat, in the description below. This one is called, what is it called? Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Where is it? Here we go. Nick Fuentes Defender Metatron Pro Clutches Over Edgy Joke. And this is, that's what the title was when they pitched it to me in the Discord server. It's called Autun Shea Films is Vile, and I will be going over it for your amusement. Now, Metatron knows who I am. Hi, Metatron, if you're watching this. So if he happens to watch this, you know, I just want to say, first of all, the last video he did on me was wrong. I never admitted to being wrong about anything. I'm always right. I've always been right about everything, except when I was a conservative, of course. Yeah, that's about it. So I don't really have much more to add for Metatron, but I'm not a big fan of his, if you didn't know already. So let's just take a look.
Welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and today we are talking about a disgusting human being. How about that?
Boy.
So we are reviewing the channel
Metatron, you're not talking about yourself,
Autun Shei Films, 528,000 subscribers, 243 videos. It's a channel about history, one would say, but no, sir. This is a absolute maniac, a traitor.
I saw a dude using paint cans with holes in them hanging from strings to create random art, and people called it slop. That's not even close to slop. Sorry for YouTube people. This is relevant to a previous discussion. I don't think it's slop. I do think it's, like, not very inspired. Like, you'd have to pitch me on the inspiration for that.
And a piece of filth. Was that direct enough? Was that direct enough?
My professors make me use AI. It sucks so much ass. I'm sorry to hear that.
A traitor and a piece of filth. Was that direct enough? Was that direct enough?
We've sufficiently poisoned the well.
There's a video of his, this one here, called...
Not like I poisoned the well or anything, by the way. You know, pot meat kettle.
Q&A, America is a haunted house. There he is. There he is. America is a haunted house, where he reads comments from subscribers and provides his opinions. All right, check this out.
You suddenly wake up in the 17th century on a ship headed for New England. All you have is period-appropriate clothing and enough money for 3 days' worth of food. How long could you survive before being accused of witchcraft? I would survive decades. As soon as we landed, I would use the money to bribe the bosun to look the other way while I stole all of the muskets and powder on board. And then, depending on when in the century I was landing, I would march my ass immediately to the nearest indigenous settlement, give the guns out like candy, and make it my mission in life to murder every single white man, woman, and child on the eastern seaboard.
That's a little extreme. I mean, if he's just joking, but like also, I just like, that's a crazy thing to just say. No, that is kind of wild to just say. Murder them?
Of the continent. And then, of course, I would have the life to murder every single white man, woman, and child, and make it my mission in life to murder every single white man, woman, and child.
Okay.
Like, why say that? Like, just don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, why? I was with you until, like, obviously I would do all of that up until the point of murder. But I do think that people should be allowed to defend themselves. If you want to arm the native population with the ability to defend themselves, I think that's perfectly fine and valid. I don't know if he's just joking. I mean, I don't know his content. I'm going to assume it's a joke, but even then, I just don't find it that funny. And it did catch me that off guard for sure.
You virtual signaling human filth. I don't even care if any of you is going to try and tell me, oh, but it's an hypothetical about time travel. It doesn't matter. You don't make fantasies about murdering children. I don't care. I do not give a flying about...
If I was a millionaire, I would give my money to the community ass answer. True.
What his intention here was.
This would definitely happen, yeah.
For this whatsoever. Let alone to murder those children because they're white. So in a country where white children are being...
Yeah, he did specify the children, which makes me think that he's joking, but it's a very dark joke, and I don't really like it.
Shot at in school. Absolutely they are. White Christian children specifically. It happened. Already, if this was one of those situations where, oh, he's...
I think he's whinging a bit, you know? white Christian children specifically. I'm pretty sure that white Christian children are not the only ones that have been killed in school shootings, but I haven't looked it up. Maybe it's possible that all of them have been white Christians, or even most of them. I don't know.
Already, if this was one of those situations where...
You should remember, even if it has been most of them, proportionally speaking, I would like to see the stats on that. But even then, it's like why point out that they're white Christian children? They're not... White Christian children are not under any special... Like, besides from this guy, of course, but he's just some idiot on the internet. They're not under any special scrutiny.
Oh, he's saying this to show, look how much I love non-whites, POC, because colonialism bad. And so look at me, I'm a self-loathing white, and that makes me amazing in the left. This is the type of liberal scum that I hate. This one, specifically this guy. I don't care if you're one of those who's like, no, Metatron, but I disagree with him. I'm left-leaning, I'm center-left, I'm whatever the heck. But I don't think... Great. I'm not talking about you. But this...
He's not talking about me, Chad.
I don't care if you're center, right, left, up, down. We should all collectively despise the likes of this. Already, this would have been the most...
I just think you're whinging over nothing. Like, look around at the world, man. Look around, okay? Is it weird to say that? Sure. Should he have said it? I don't think so. I think it's a weird joke to make if it was a joke. I think it's even weirder if it wasn't a joke, okay? And for the sake of the argument, let's say it wasn't a joke. I disavow it, okay? But at the same time, that shit is like, we just watched a video earlier in this stream of somebody saying that we need to either kill or deport all Muslims from Jerusalem. Kill, deport, or convert. Actually, they literally said kill or convert. They didn't even say deport. They didn't even give them that option, okay? And that's real. That is really happening. So just forgive me. I just don't think that white Christians, especially in America, are under any... Like, this isn't a real, thing that we should worry about. You know what I mean? I used to think this guy was cool. Discovered him for his linguistics video. I mean, that's fine. Like, if you used to think he was cool, even if you still think he's cool, I don't care that much. Like, I have somebody in my chat who likes a turf creator that I find quite gross, and she likes both of us for some reason. So, it is what it is.
Cringe-worthy thing ever. The most virtuous signaling. Oh
the
my
Mary Chew,
gosh! Yeah. Like, look at me, I love POC so much that I would even take...
I will say, to Metatron's credit, he's not wrong, is that it is giving that, okay? I don't think it's a legitimate threat. I do think that Metatron is correct in saying that he is very much virtue signaling.
Out my own people, white people, I would take them out for them. Look how generous I am. And everyone clapped. Oh, you're so
and
good.
Everybody
you're
clapped.
One of us. You're one of us. Join the tribe. So already that
guy did give Metatron ammunition for that. I agree.
Being like the greatest face palm you've ever seen on planet Earth in the history of human species. No, you had to include women? For some reason, isn't that misogynistic then? What the heck did the women have to do with it? What?
Isn't that misogynistic? People like this always try to out-left the left, you know what I mean?
I'm super pro-feminist, 100%. This guy is pro-feminist, independent woman. Why are you taking out all the women then? Okay. But the children? Why did you have to add children to your example?
That was really weird.
Not only that, edit it, had a million chances, because look, this is him editing his own video here. He had a million chances to be like, you know what, I said that one, improvised on the moment in front of the camera, but thinking about it as I'm listening to it during the...
I am curious. I want to see the comments on that video real quick. Also, that wasn't the question at all. The question was, how long could you survive before being accused of witchcraft? And he completely turned it into... It's a white virtue signal. Metatron's correct in that regard. He completely subverted the question. He's like, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to answer a different one. Sad to hear people don't really like your revolution vids. I love them if it's any consolation. I respect you for fully saying with your chest that you won't coddle the viewer and how your own views will always affect the video, and that's what art is. Sorry, but was the first statement made at 3 minutes a joke? Is that really what you'd want to do? Thanks, OP, for being the only sane one in the comments to address this 4 months ago. But you realize it's a joke, right? Then we make friends with a dragon, get Stephen Lang, and ride my dragon. Hold on. Let's see the context.
And then depending on when in the century I was landing, I would march my ass immediately to the nearest indigenous settlement, give the guns out like candy, and make it my mission in life to murder every single white man, woman, and child on the eastern seaboard of the continent. And then, of course, I would make friends with the dragon and rally all the clans together. And then Stephen Lang would come by in like a big gunship. And I would like fly down on my dragon with a machine gun and go, rah! And like shoot all the guys, and they go, and then
It's just not funny. It's not funny. I'm sorry, it's not funny.
Stephen Lang would fight me in a big mech suit, but I would, of course,
It's
be
lame.
victorious.
It's a white virtue signal, and it's lame. It's not cool. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you can't joke about murdering children, but if you're going to joke about murdering children, it better be a good joke, and it's just not.
And you know, Twitter wouldn't exist, so nobody could call me a white savior. It'd be great. Why do you think that there's
I just think it's a lame joke.
Editing session, I'm just gonna remove it. I mean, I'll cut out the children part. I didn't need to say that. I'll just put the white men that already, but whatever. I'll remove the children. No, he
It's not a joke that would occur to me, an actual white savior.
left it in on purpose. He thought it was good. This is him editing the video, thinking, yeah,
The
that's
white
a
savior,
goal.
in
That
fact.
was so good. Everyone, like all the left-wing YouTubers, like Freda, Professor Dave, they're all gonna see this and they're gonna think, oh, he's one of us. In fact, have they made a video about it? This is 4 months, guys. This was posted 4 months ago. Freda, Professor Dave, have made multiple videos to call me out because how dare I say that Cleopatra was black? The truth. How dare I call out Hassan Piker and people who specifically go for violence?
Wait, what? Cleopatra was black, the truth. I don't know anything about that.
Dare I call out Hassan Piker and people who specifically go for violence? Oh no, I need to be called out and say, and they had to make up Freda make
When has Hassan Piker... Oh, no, actually, he did advocate. I shouldn't say advocate, but he did say kill your landlord, which was crazy.
making up nonsense about me, Shah diversity, Lindy Beige, because we required multiple videos to be called out because we don't want women in video games, which is not even true, by the way. I've never said that. Shad never said that. Nobody ever said that. They have to create these nonsense stakes or take the parts when we talk about, hey, this real historical character was not black and turn it into, oh, they hate all minorities.
Megatron intentionally cut the video down to make him look even worse, many such cases. Oh yeah, no, Megatron is absolutely doing his best to make this guy look as bad as possible. I don't think that the guy actually meant that he wanted to kill women and children even back in those days. I just think that he was making a shitty joke. It was a shitty joke, and you're making a big deal out of nothing. Okay? If you want the reality of the situation, white people murdered every man, woman, and child in native populations. Okay? That actually happened. So, like, he's just turning it on its head. Okay? That's the joke. Again, not my favorite joke, but it is a joke nonetheless.
And they want them all to die. All completely invented. But they did not make a video to call this out. Of course, you could tell me, oh, but maybe they didn't know. Fine, now they do. They watch my content, I know that, now they do. Let's give them a few weeks, let's see if they are people who call out stuff, because this requires like 50 times the type of attacks and insults they did to me, right? They're not gonna do it. Why? I'll show you why. First of all, the guy has him, so that already. And then he called Matt Walsh a Nazi. He called Matt Walsh a fascist. So he's a good guy. Even if he talks about murdering children. By the way, I'm here having to say unalive. I am here
It is one small part of this guy's whole like content. Okay, I can't judge him off that alone. I think that he makes shitty jokes, edgy jokes. I can say that he's edgy. Okay, he seems like a guy who makes edgy jokes in the opposite direction that people like Metatron would want him to make. I mean, he literally has an Asmongold video pulled up, like right here. He watches Asmongold, and Asmongold himself has said that he doesn't give a shit about the opinions of shitty third worlders. Like, that's crazy. So you watch like actual racists who actually want bad things to happen to people. So I just don't buy this.
all completely invented, but they did not make a video to call this out. Of course, you could tell me, oh, but maybe they didn't know. Fine, now they do. They watch my content.
Okay,
I know that.
I know now.
They do.
I know that he makes edgy jokes about killing white people. Oh no.
Give them a few weeks. Let's see if they are people who call out stuff, because this requires like 50 times the type of attacks and insults they did to me, right? They're not gonna do it. Why? I'll show you why. First of all,
how do you watch, hold on, how do you watch Asmongold and Moist Critical? I'm just saying.
I'll show you why.
Moist Critical is like the good universe version of Asmongold.
Well, the guy has he, him, so that already. And then he called Matt Walsh a Nazi. He called Matt Walsh a fascist.
True.
So he's a good guy. Even if he talks about murdering children. By the way, I'm here having to say unalive. I am here getting videos demonetized. Several videos of mine have been demonetized because we don't like the language.
He's just gonna whine about, I get demonetized sometimes. Yeah, so do I, man. What about it? I literally had one of my most popular videos recently, like of recent times, get demonetized the second that I put it out. As soon as I put it out. Okay, I have no idea why. It got remonetized, thankfully, but I had to appeal it.
You use this guy. This guy says something like this about children with this face, and he still makes more money than you guys, all of you. Look at this, 400,000 views. He gets a lot of money, a lot more money than hardworking Americans right now who would never dream to make a statement or a comment.
Don't you also do that? Like, he only knows this because he also makes that amount of money.
Like this about children.
W partner, thank you.
Doesn't matter, it's an hypothetical, it doesn't matter. Tell me how that's right. Tell me how this is okay.
You got W's in chat.
Okay. Because he's one of the good guys. He's one of the good guys. Andrew
You said thank you.
Rakic, one of the good guys. Because, I mean, he doesn't take corporate sponsorship. Man, he makes me want to vomit. He doesn't take corporate sponsorship.
Okay, if the rest of this is literally just whinging about this guy, I'm going to skip through it. People like him get away with this kind of, I don't even care if you're going to tell me, yeah, once again. What do people in his comment section say? I already looked at his comment section. Yeah, I'm not interested in the rest of this. I think that he's just whinging over a very poorly made joke. I don't like the joke, but like, I'm not going to sit here and make an entire video segment about how I didn't like the joke and how it was too edgy. It was a joke. It was a joke. Like, and it wasn't in very good taste, but Metatron is one of these guys who likes to pretend that like white people are under attack. If white people are under attack, prove it. Prove it. Show me the stats. Like, no, they're not. You can't find them because no, they're not. Like, not in any significant capacity. Okay. Like I said, if you really want to be upset with people, we literally just watched a video earlier about here. I'll show it right here. Ready? You can get mad at this.
This is Jerusalem Day, when Israelis mark their victory.
Because Metatron does watch my videos sometimes, so I'd like to see what he has to say about this.
We meet Atara, who moved here with her parents from Texas 5 years ago.
And
this is an Israeli person in Jerusalem.
Tell me about your two flags.
So this is a flag of the third temple, which we want to build, hopefully here on the Temple Mount.
Many people are holding the same flag.
So tear down a mosque to build a Jewish temple, first of all.
Here, like in the Old City.
Due to the Palestinians, and was convicted of multiple acts of terror. He's considered a founding father of the ultra-nationalist movement.
So what would you do to the Palestinians living here?
Here, like in the Old City. Leave or we'll kill you.
What would you do?
Leave or we'll kill you. That's a real threat. That's a legitimate threat. And that does include men, women, and children. So my challenge to Metatron, if he's watching this, is disavow that, please. Because that's really like what's happening in the world. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.